Our musical guest tonight is Grover Kemble. His most recent album is titled Follow. He's going to be performing later this week in Madison. And we'll give you the number to call in just a bit. Welcome.
Welcome.
I love that song. Now, that was Cool Cat Claudie.
Cool Cat Claudie.
And now, is that about your chiropractor, I heard?
She might be watching tonight. I don't know.
Oh.
Yes, that is about a very good friend of mine who was my chiropractor. And she could really crack my back. Yeah. Pop it right out, you know. Pop it right in, rather.
That's right. Well, that's quite a tribute.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you've been performing for such a long time.
Yep.
When did you start?
Oh, geez, I must have been, I'm going back to the Beatles, you know, when I was a teenager. 16, 15 years old, something like that. Then I went through the fraternity party wars.
Oh, really? What are
that's
those?
when you travel around and play all the fraternity parties and do Louie Louie about 3,000 times.
To a bunch of really drunk, vomiting people.
That's right, yeah. I went through that, and I kind of gravitated into what I'm doing now.
So jazz hasn't always been your forte?
Actually, a dear friend of mine's father taught me about jazz, so I always had it in my background, but of course when the Beatles and the Stones and that all came in, I gravitated to that. Then I came back to my roots, which was jazz.
But you know, listening to your album, it also has a Latin feel.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
That's surprising. I listened to a lot of flamenco and bossa nova guitar players also when I was a kid, and it was an influence my brother gave me. When he was going to school, that was in.
Really?
So he
and something that's
me,
just stuck with you.
Yeah. Whatever you listen to at an early age is what you end up gravitating towards.
Now tell us about the other people in your trio.
Okay, we have Steve Freeman on the bass.
Yeah.
And I met Steve in a little joint. He happened to be out with his wife, and it was a Mexican place. And he saw me playing, and he said, "Hey, you know, you're a swinging dude. Why don't you let me come and sit in with you?" So he dropped by the following week, and lo and behold, we started to make music. And he introduced me to our drummer, Tom Sayak, who he had known through various groups that he played with in the past.
Now, you also have played with another person who's been on Jersey's Talking, Don Pizzarelli.
Oh, yes.
He's terrific. He speaks very highly of you.
Oh, he does? Well, I better say some good things about him. Yes, we played in the late, I guess the mid 80s together, and he came into a place once again, heard me play, and said, "Can I sit in with you?" And we started playing. We played for about 4 years together.
That's terrific.
And we're still good buddies. In fact, he's on my new album, which is going to be out in March.
What's that called?
That's going to be Live at Shanghai Jazz.
And let's tell everybody what Shanghai Jazz is, for those who don't know.
Shanghai Jazz is a very wonderful little Chinese restaurant in Madison, and they have jazz there. And
great food.
Great food, absolutely.
So you recorded this live?
Yes, and I'm using some other musicians as well. In fact, John came and sat in one night. I have my trio, and then some other musicians also, Pat Cirillo on guitar and Jerry Vezza on piano. So that's going to be a big group. And Marty Fogel on saxophone, too.
And this will be out in March?
Hopefully March. That's what we're shooting for.
Okay, now I have to ask, what is the deal with Sha Na Na?
What is the deal with Sha Na Na? Well,
when I saw that, I thought, Sha Na Na?
That
was that 50s show, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I wasn't on the TV show. I was in the early stages of Sha Na Na. Well, they had done Woodstock, and I joined in 1970.
Sha Na Na did Woodstock?
Yeah.
And were they still doing that like 50s sort of bebop?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
And I filled in for the guy who did Tell Laura I Love Her. Remember that song?
Yeah,
Tell Laura I Love Her.
Of course, I shouldn't be singing with you.
That was my big hit. I'd fall on the floor and they'd do this whole thing. And Teen Angel was the other one. Teen Angel, can you hear me, right?
Yeah.
You don't know these tunes, do you?
No, because I remember listening, because there was that big revival in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Sha Na Na suddenly commercially became so big. I remember they were all over the place.
Yeah, they had their own show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kicked me out before that. Could have made a few bucks.
I know, exactly.
I was in on the beginning stages of the thing, you know?
You should have gotten some credit for that.
Right.
So what's your favorite type of jazz to play? I mean, is it the more Latin sort of sexy?
I like that. I like the bossa novas and the Latin touch, and I also like the swing with a little blues tinge to it.
Ooh.
Take an old tune and give it a swing and lilt and put a little blues inflection to it. That's where I'm most happy.
Ooh, will you do that for us right now?
I sure will.
Now, what are you going to play?
I'm going to do an original called Follow.
Oh, terrific.
It's on the first album.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Then you go over and do that. Let me just get this off of you. Grover Kemble, and he's doing a song from his new album, Follow. And He is at Shanghai Jazz coming up in Madison. We're going to give you the dates in just a few minutes and the number to call so you can go see him live.
Follow you down from the mountain. Follow you like a meteor. Follow you to your room. Never too soon. Lead you, my heart unlocks the door. Follow you around at your parties. You're the one they all adore. Follow you when you lead, and if you don't feel some need, then I'll follow you no more. I will follow you no more. Follow me out to the barrooms. Follow me when I sing some old score. Follow me to my friends and around the river bends of a life that's a late night or more. Follow me when I tell some old stories. You're a Pied Piper's dream to the core. Follow me when I leave, and if I don't feel some need, then you follow me no more. You will follow me no more. Round and round we go, both so uncertain, chasing one another's lonely hearts. Please don't ever raise that final curtain. I hope neither one of us will depart. Please don't depart. Just follow me away from this darkness. Well, we can swim together out from shore. Follow me in the sun, and we'll break into a run like we never did before. I'll follow you, even though I know there's danger. Follow you, no matter what's in store. Follow whoever leads, and if we both succeed, then we'll follow love evermore. I will follow you if you follow me, and if dreams come true, then I hope we might see we can follow love evermore. We can follow love evermore.
Wow, he got me. Well, we're going to hear one more tune from Grover right after this break. We're also going to give you the dates so you can go see him. So stay with Jersey's Talking.
Follow me to my friends around the river bends of life.
See who makes news in New Jersey. Watch the night edition tonight, starting